All those small things that bugs us. It's like, and we know it's unreasonable, so we don't say anything. But we, you know this one? And then we maybe judge ourselves for having that pattern. Oh, I'm so ungenerous and so... and then I start hitting myself.
Or you could see it as a challenge.
You could choose to see it as a challenge. So first I get annoyed at the egg. It's cooked too long or too short. Oh, this wet egg, why can't they boil it properly? So first the initial impulse, which is this and then maybe criticizing myself for having that impulse. And then criticizing myself for being so self-critical. Now I'm having a good time. And all because of what? Was it the egg that created all of this? Yeah. It's the guy who cooked the egg. But the guy who cooked the egg is a victim of the disorganization of Ängstbacka. And that's because of the management. The owners or the... And now I have a big story to cook my suffering soup. And then, then all my anger and bitterness of how the world is organized can be put into it. No organizations are properly run. Everything is authoritarian and people don't listen to each other. Now I'm getting really angry also. And hopeless, despair, cynical and bitter. All because of that egg. Started with an egg that was cooked 30 seconds too short. So this is like how the whole victim program plays itself out, isn't it? That's the whole victim program, right? I'm a victim of somebody cooking the egg in the wrong way. And all the feelings, I'm the victim of the feelings I have around it. I'm a victim of the thoughts I have around it. And I'm a victim of the self-criticism of the thoughts I have around it. And then I'm a victim of how the whole world is organized and all the war on the planet and how grown-ups behave and how children are treated. And then I'm a victim of everything. And then you decide, fuck this. I'm not going to destroy my happiness in this way anymore. I'm going to change my program. I'm going to install a new operating system. This isn't working for me anymore. It's not the egg or the world which is creating it. I am creating it. It's my program. It's my choices creating it. I am responsible. I am the responsible one. I am the creator of it. I am the creator of all this suffering. I'm not the victim of it. I create all my suffering. I create. I am the creator of suffering. Yo. I own my power to create so much suffering for myself. That's a lot of power I have to create so much suffering out of an egg. I create it. I own it. I have that power to create all that suffering. for myself. That's the beginning of stepping out of the victim position, isn't it? To own the fact that I am creating the suffering. I choose to create all this suffering. It's my choice. But how could I choose differently with the childhood I had? Yes, how could you? How could I? That's an interesting question. How could I choose differently? Maybe I can't choose differently. And the people who choose differently become the real heroes of the world. Who are the real heroes of the world these days? Alive? Who do we admire collectively the most? Nelson Mandela. Another one? Exactly the two names I had in my head. Nelson Mandela and Dalai Lama. Now, Dalai Lama loved his country, loved his mission on earth, loved his religion, his spirituality. And then the Chinese invaded his country and basically destroyed the entire culture, burned all the temples, killed thousands of monks, simply raped, plundered, and destroyed the whole country and culture. And he survived by being exiled in India, watching all his friends get tortured and killed and his whole country and culture be destroyed systematically and ruthlessly, and still is being destroyed systematically and ruthlessly. Does he come across as a victim? Depressed? Cynical? Bitter? Angry? He's smiling all the time, laughing, cracking jokes, enjoying life. In other words, it's possible. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in jail. And the first thing he did when he came out was to publicly shake hands with the main representative of the oppression and say, let's work together, let's co-create a better future. And that handshake saved South Africa from civil war and chaos. So why are those people our heroes? Because they are creators, they are not victims. They show us it's possible to be a creator in the situations where you're supposed to be a victim. So it's possible for them. It's not because they are different from us. As I see it, they're not. Dalai Lama and Nelson Mandela is not very different from me and you. Made of the same material. They're just making a very strong choice of I'm not going to let myself be a victim of life. Even if I'm gonna die in jail, I'm not a victim. I'm a creator. Even in jail, I'm a creator. He was so much enjoying, when I'm spending a lot of time in Cape Town, and you can see the island out in Table Bay, Robben Island. It's a beautiful scenery. It's lying there in the middle of the bay, and from that island you can see the beautiful mountains and the city of Cape Town and the beaches. But of course, if you're imprisoned on that island, that whole paradise is completely inaccessible. And the water is 12 degrees, and it's 5 kilometers swim, or 10. Some people tried, but you freeze to death before you come across there. So it's 27 years. And he so much enjoyed his little garden patch on that island. Beautiful plants. Celebrating those plants. Finding the joy. Okay. So the question is, okay, I'm in this situation, how can I find the meaning and the joy now? That's the creator question. The victim question is, why does this always happen to me? So when you find yourself asking questions like, why does this always happen to me? And why are these people so stupid? And why is the world so fucked up? And feeling cynical and bitter and hopeless. We can use all those things as, I'm asking questions which are not enhancing my happiness. What kind of questions could I ask which are more creator questions? What can I learn from this? Let's hear some creator questions. You find yourself caught in this kind of victimhood thinking, why does this always happen to me? And these people are so arrogant, and the world is so fucked up, and I feel so shit. And I'm really no good, and I'm also pretty messed up myself, and I'll never change for the better, and I always keep on making the same mistakes. I never learn, and I'm a PPPPPT. Piss poor protoplasm, poorly put together. You find yourself caught, or you suddenly notice that you are playing that program. Oh, I have a choice. I am playing this program. I am choosing this program. It is me. I am not the victim of this program. I am creating. I'm the creator. So let me create some other questions.